Hey guys, so I'm a little bit sick today, so I really hope it's not apparent in my voice. I know I'm a little bit stuffy, so I really hope it's not too distracting from this video. But today I wanted to teach you guys how to steam style your wigs. Now this is a trick I only just learned for myself about a month ago, but I've only done it twice, including today when I recorded this video. So some of the techniques might be a little bit odd, but I still wanted to show you guys the basic concept and how easy it is to do for yourself. So this is the wig that I just steamed today. I might go back and fix some of these curls, like some of these in the front I didn't do as well as I wish I could have. The ones in the back I think look super good though. And just to clarify, this wig before I curled it was pin straight. So this is a really cool way that you can actually curl your synthetic wigs without damaging them and without using a curling iron, because that will damage your wig. But using steam will actually allow you to curl it without damaging your wig. And it's also reversible, so if you decide you no longer want the curls, you can then go back and use the same steamer and straighten it out again. So originally this wig was my Shilo by Noriko. I'm also going to put in pictures from before the first time I steamed it. It was actually really messed up. This wig is like probably 5 or 6 years old now, so the ends of it were super frayed originally, and when I first steamed it, I just steamed it pin straight, and I was obsessed with that look. I thought it looked so cute. So this is also a really great technique to restore your wigs when the ends of them start to get frizzy. It's a great way to get those frizzy ends out. Pulling the steamer through just fixes that right up instantly. I'm also going to say that steam straightening your hair is so much faster and easier than steam curling it, but today in this video I'm going to teach you how to steam curl it, as well as just how to use a steamer on your synthetic wigs in general if you'd like to do straighten or curling. So all you really need to steam your wig is a little handheld steamer. And one tip that I found online when I was trying to decide on my own steamer is, well, first of all, this isn't even my steamer, it's actually my friend's steamer that I'm borrowing from him. But the first thing that I learned online about steamers is that you should try to get one with a plastic nozzle, because if you get one with metal, that could heat up as much as like a flattening iron would, and if you touch the metal to your hair, that could actually damage it. So make sure you get a plastic head, because that way it won't heat up too much and ruin your hair. You're also going to need a wig brush or a comb. You're also going to want to have a bunch of little butterfly clips. I have a couple different sizes. I have big ones to help section off the hair, as well as little ones. These are especially good for if you're curling, because this holds whatever you're using as a curler in place while it cools down and then holds the curl. Now this is where my interpretation of steaming gets a little bit weird. As far as curling, in the tutorials I watched online, people just used like rollers, but I was really impatient today. I wanted to steam curl my wig, I don't have rollers, and I didn't want to go to the store. So if you're in the same position as me and you're also too lazy to go to the store, just use whatever objects you can find in the house and it'll work just as well, honestly. This is an old mascara that's empty now, but it's like a perfect curling size, as well as this back of this makeup brush. So you might think I'm crazy, but it worked. So, some other things you can use are like a pen, or if you want a thicker curl, a marker. So just get creative and use whatever you have on hand. You don't have to go to the store and buy a whole other tool to use in your wig. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and hit subscribe for more wig tutorials and reviews, and I hope you guys enjoy. So here's what my wig looked like before I started. As you can see, I have it on a wig head, and I have the wig head propped up on a broom, and the broom is taped to a chair to hold it stable. I usually just put it on my tripod, except for the fact I was filming with my tripod, so I had to get crafty. So I washed my wig just before this, so it's still a little bit damp. It's okay if it's damp, as long as it's not soaking wet. And the first thing you're going to want to do is just brush it out. So I filled up my little steamer and heated it up. Since it's so small, it takes just about a couple seconds to heat up. Unfortunately, you're going to have to refill it a bunch of times if yours is this small, but it's not that bad. I think I refilled it about 5 times. So first I'll show you the basics of steam straightening your wig. You're just going to want to run the steamer over the hair really quickly, don't linger on it for too long, and then comb through and hold it straight. Especially if you have frayed ends, focus on these the most and make sure it's drying and cooling straight. But also be sure not to touch the steam because it's very hot, so be careful. So you can just run through it a couple times. So pull the steamer through, pull the comb through, heat it with the steamer again, pull the comb through until it looks good. So to curl it, just take whatever you're using to curl it and wrap one section of hair around the curling tool. Once you have the curl at the top of the wig, take your steamer and move it around the curl enough to heat up the curl without lingering for too long, which can again damage your wig. You're probably going to want to section off your wig like I did here to keep the hair separate from each other, which will make it easier to curl. So just make sure you kind of roll the curl up and down, getting underneath that as well, getting all around the curler, and then you're going to want to clip it in place until it cools. Since I have two curling tools, I usually just switch between them, and while one is cooling, I'll be using the other one to curl another piece of hair, and then I'll switch off when that one's done. So you get the idea. Roll it up, steam it, and then clip it to let it cool. If you uncurl it before it's done cooling, then it may not stay in the hair, so as long as you let it cool, that's what will allow the curl to set in the wig. It's a long time-consuming process, so just give yourself a lot of time, but once you get used to it, it actually is pretty easy, surprisingly. The key is just to make sure that you get enough steam on the curl on all parts, including the ends, so that the entire strand of hair gets the curl and not just one section of it. And then just repeat on all sides of the wig. You're probably going to want to curl the undersides of the wig first as you section off the top part. And then once the bottom part is curled, then you could take down that section and curl the top part as well. So yep, this is the final product. Again, as you can see in the video, I was kind of learning on my own as I was going because, again, this was my first time curling a wig, but you get the basic idea from the video, and from that you can kind of teach yourself very easily, I'm sure. So again, here's what it looks like after the fact. I think I have a wig hairspray that I'm probably going to spray into this afterwards, and I think that'll help hold the curls. And I also didn't even try to curl these front parts because I thought it would look good having them straight in the front. But now that I have it on, I'm kind of rethinking that decision because it looks like an accident, but that looks good, right? So I hope you guys learned something from this tutorial. I hope it was useful to you guys. Comment below what you guys think of my newly curled wig. And if you do this to your own wigs, don't forget to tag me in or send me pictures on Instagram, on my Facebook page, and Twitter. All those links are listed in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.